Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of our podcast. I'm Starburger.
En I'm Bockbiertje.
In our podcast, we're going to discuss mainly Star Citizen, and if there's content drought or if there's big gaming news, we are going to talk about that too. How has your week been, Bob?
My week has been pretty busy with work. I streamed 2 times this week, which was basically Elite Dangerous, the other space game we usually don't talk about. But did some mining together with you.
Yep.
You were the lucky one. You found all the opals. I found just blank rocks, and yeah, that's basically it. Had some things to do in and around the house as well, so that took a bit more time than I hoped for. But yeah, it's hopefully going better next week. How was your week, Burgertje?
Well, I went on a holiday, I had my holiday, and still a week to go. I've been gaming, played some Warframe, streamed a couple of times, mainly a new game called Ancestors.
Oh, that's with the monkeys, right? The
With
apes.
the monkeys, indeed. With the apes, yeah. And I streamed Star Citizen one time and Warframe because that's also an awesome game, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Star Citizen this week because there has been a lot of stuff happening in the in the verse. Yeah.
Things are stirring up.
Yeah, things are ramping up. Staggered development.
Yep.
What do you think about that, Bob?
I think it's a good choice. First of all, I want to say I'm glad that they recognize that they have issues with the way they were developing the last couple of quarters. Um, like the what's the name of the dev that was on Friday's show? Was it Chat?
Chat. Yeah, Chat. The guy from I think was it Chat? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
it
was
is
Chat.
Chet. Don't remember his last name, but yeah, awesome developer. And yeah, they explained some things why they went over to Stacker development, what has changed, and basically what it comes down to is basically they started off with 3.0 with feature driven development, and that went okay-ish for 3.0 and I think 3.1. But soon after that, they saw that they were running behind, couldn't keep up, uh, brought out bad quality content or
Also,
patches.
they delayed a lot of content.
Yes.
Every week there was something, and people were going mad because
Yeah.
mining or not mining. What's it called? The
Salvage.
salvage indeed was pushed back. Ships were pushed back. Content was pushed back, and all because of the fact they had, well, basically those features had more time. They needed more time than 3 months or
Exactly.
a couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's. I also think it's a good
An approach, different
yeah
approach.
approach. Well, no, not really approach, but a good choice they made because the problem is it's fun to give all people all ships and give the people all nice graphics and minor features, but the problem I think has been for a long time that there's not enough gameplay. And gameplay, I mean gameplay loops, but also gameplay in multiplayer. We need more multiplayer things to do. Mission sharing is coming
Yes.
in 3.7. That's going to be a lot of fun. Also, FPS mining is coming.
Mhm.
Oh man, I'm looking very much forward to that because caves exploration, there are going to be a lot of caves. So
I hope they make it worthwhile to do, because um, you can't carry a lot with you. We've seen that on last Thursday's Inside Star Citizen. You basically get your one what do you call it, SCU on your back, and and that's basically it. But does it mean that they will get some highly expensive minerals or metals in the game that will make it worthwhile or valuable to actually do the first person mining?
I think so. I think they're gonna go. Maybe they're gonna go for approach with the fact that the prospector is gonna get a lot of well, detritus stuff,
Hmm.
stuff you cannot sell or for a very low price. And if you are going to do FPS mining, you will see what you're mining, so you'll get more stuff that you can sell, like diamonds or gold. A gold miner is not going to prospect a vein and said, "Well, I'm going to take all these rocks and I'm going to put them in my ship." And no, he wants the gold. So he knows what the gold is. He's knowledgeable. The only
But
thing
still,
I think, yeah, I know, but the only thing I think they really need to work on is the scanning or the prospecting of
hmm,
the veins. Is it going to be visual? Is it going to be with a scanner? Is it going to be with how are they
by
going to do that?
eye, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We haven't seen anything about it yet. We have seen the caves a little bit, but it wasn't. It was just a cave. There was no ore in there as we could seen it. But um, yeah, I don't know. I'm curious.
Well, the caves looked very beautiful.
It's
So
awesome. It looks really cool.
imagine if you can just land, drive with your Ursa rover or with
Inside the
your
cave. Yeah.
inside the cave, but also get boxes inside the Ursa rover, so you don't have to walk out every time again. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome if they nail
Yeah.
that.
But I think that that would be the next iteration of first person mining. I think.
Oh, I don't see why not, because you get a box and there's already gameplay where you can get a box and put it in your Ursa rover.
Yeah, but
So
the commodity inventory that they will implement with
mhm.
3.7, does that mean we just have a box and we can open the box, put metals or minerals in it or whatever you have in your hands, and um, take that
what
with
what
you? Or
what I've seen in the video is you can put stuff in your commodity inventory, and if you say drop it all or
yeah,
take out all, I think it was,
yeah.
it will spawn as a box in your hand for the first iteration. So
Oh, okay,
it will
okay,
actually be a mission box you can put in a ship or put in a rover or anything that will carry the box, and then you can go back, get more, another box, and build your inventory in your ship.
right.
And if you are going to Port Olisar or anything, you can just say, well, sell the boxes.
Do we have an unlimited amount of boxes
I think for the first,
invisible in you for
yeah,
now?
I think for the first iteration they're gonna do it like that, because otherwise it will not. Well, it's a lot more development time is
Yeah.
necessary to get empty boxes and or buy empty boxes and get them out of your ship. So I think the first iteration will be that there are a limited number of boxes. You just drop your stuff or get out your stuff. It will spawn in a box. Put it in the back of a vehicle, and if you're done, you just fly towards a kiosk
Yeah.
and sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it would be if I thinking about this, it would be more realistic to drive to a certain cave with your Ursa rover or whatever vehicle, or you fly towards it, and you already have some empty boxes with you,
Hmm.
and somehow you can fill those boxes up with the stuff you find until those boxes are full. And then you have to move on and empty those boxes, sell your stuff, and come back.
Of
That will be
course,
more realistic and more logical. But
of course. But for the first iteration, there's also no um, refining of ores in your
yeah,
prospect, or not really refining, because that gameplay loop is for the not for the prospector but for the Orion,
yeah,
but more sifting through or
the rubble,
dumping
the yeah,
the rubble indeed to get a bit more stuff in your but you can sell.
yes,
So
yeah.
that's one of the gameplay options or the gameplay things I'm looking forward to most. I also saw something else,
What
and
did you see?
I saw prison gameplay.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen it, but they talked about it, or they yeah, they was it in the monthly report?
It was in the monthly
Yeah.
report, and I haven't seen the gameplay, of course, because it's not there yet. But I've seen the intention,
Hmm.
because let's not call it anything else than intention, because we know CIG.
Yeah.
CIG, yeah. Well, CIG is a little bit also optimistic in terms of gameplay and patches and stuff. But what I saw was, if you do something, a certain something that's going to warrant a prison sentence, you're going to be transported to a cave prison or something like a cave prison, and there you can try to escape, or you can try to work your punishment by FPS mining, maybe breaking rocks or something.
Hmm.
And if you earn enough, you will get to
Come
go free again,
buy yourself out. Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
yourself out.
Will it really be bound to caves only? I don't
Well,
think so, right?
that's
It would be really
no, no, no,
easy for them to
of
get
course.
some prisons in an outpost somewhere and then put you in there with all your buddies and
We
your little
already we
soap.
Yeah. Ooh, don't drop it, don't drop it. No, uh, I understand what you mean, because we already have a underground base, so why not an underground base?
Yeah. Yeah.
But they went with the example of a cave prison with a bespoke front,
Yeah.
where you can just well, bide your time.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. It's
so I'm
gonna be
looking.
interesting
It's gonna be interesting, and because it's another gameplay loop, it's another thing to do, it's another thing to, yeah.
to look out
It's
for.
Yeah, it's not only a ship, and
No, and I find it funny that because when they came with the whole rearrangement of the roadmap, everybody was so salty. It was like, oh, and everything is pushed back again, and this and that. And when you look closely to 3.7, it's going to be a really interesting patch with actually some more gameplay, some more stuff to do.
yeah, and not only that, that's very true, because we just talked about everything that's going to be in the patch and that is more gameplay oriented.
Hmm.
But also, it's, it doesn't necessarily mean there's less content or less content in every patch. Maybe there's a little bit less content in this patch because this is the first iteration of the staggered development, but there are teams working on content, and instead of all the teams working on 3 months or 10 sprints, I think they called it, or on 3 month sprints, they are going to say, well, the first couple of teams are going to get 6 months, and the second couple of teams are going to have 6 months, and that's going to be staggered.
Yeah.
So it's not really less content, I think, and that's what brings us to the next topic. I think it's not only the staggered development not only brings better gameplay, but also more stability.
Especially that's the most important thing for me. Just the stability. They recognize that the stuff they put out in the last at least 2 quarters was just not up to par with well, the stability you would expect from a certain feature. Um, right now they get more than enough time to work on features, and those features will be put into a patch when they are really fleshed out, so to speak. Quality assurance will get more time to test. Um,
Evocati
Evocati
also. Yeah.
itself, we plebs in the PTU. So I'm really looking forward to that, because right now, if they would continue like this, then the development wouldn't be staggered, but the bugs would be staggered.
Yeah,
uh,
and not only the bugs, but also the long-lasting issues. Like, for instance, Todd Peppy said the thing he hated the most was the
fonts.
UI,
Yeah,
and the colors of the UI. Well, I know that you have a little bit of problems with colors
a little.
in general,
Yeah,
a little or a lot, I don't know,
a
but
lot.
I know you got a little bit of problem with it, and even I. who don't have. Well, I'm a little bit of colorblind, but not really
It's
that
got
bad.
nothing to do with colorblind. It's just the fact that the fonts are light colored, and
Yeah,
against the light colored moon or whatever, you can't read it. And
and
that's
they.
been for
Ah,
years now. And
yep.
yeah, what Peppy said, it's yes, we can solve this now, but because Zane and the other people in his team are working on the new overhauled UI, it's better to wait.
Yeah, I know. And I also asked the question to the other development. I forget his name on BrexitCon. I wanted to say BrexitCon. You know what I mean? BritizenCon. Sorry, British people, but I also asked the question over there, and they say, "Well, we know there's a problem. We
Sure
want
they
to
do.
solve it,
Yeah.
but the problem is we have to wait on Zane." And I don't know if you tried the new UI of the Gladius. I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Have
have
you
one.
tried it?
I specifically bought the Gladius to have a look at the new UI. I like it much better than the old one.
It's cleaner, I
It's
think. Yeah,
cleaner, but and that's one downside is it's a bit smaller. So for me, a bit harder to read, but I will just get my monitor a bit closer to my face, and that will be no
or
issue.
or buy a big as 49-inch
Uh,
monitor like our friend. Yeah,
yeah,
I think he's. Yeah, he got a big ass monitor. He
it's
showed me a
huge.
picture.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a
It's huge.
huge monitor.
We sound like Trump now. It's a huge monitor. It's the best monitor ever. No, but really, I haven't seen it and I tried it. If I haven't seen the new UI, but what I did see was the new UI development tool,
Yeah,
and I also looking forward to that one because
absolutely.
I have so much. I have a ship. I have a another Avenger. What's it called? The Sentinel,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it got big ass screens and everything with all kinds of stuff you can do. But that's all placeholders right now. I
Right.
want to be
Yeah.
able to push buttons. I want to be able to do stuff because that's why I bought the ship.
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah. I'm just really curious what the new system will look like because we also get that complete MFD overhaul. Um, yeah. Uh, very very much unknown right now, but I'm sure we will get blown back when we finally see it and can
We
actually
always
play
get
with it.
blown back.
Yeah. Definitely.
We always get blown back. But okay, let's go forward to the next topic, and the next topic is 3.7. We've
3.7.
seen 3.7. Yeah. What are we gonna get with 3.7? What's the staggered development brings us? I have the roadmap right in front of me right now. Um, let's just walk through it. We get the first off is the new character customization system.
Yeah.
It says that improvement to the character customization feature, which include iterations on the facial blending system and significant updates to the user interface and experience. Now, we've seen a little bit we're not allowed to talk about, so we're not going to talk about it, but
Nope.
we've seen a lot of stuff. Um, I'm looking forward to this one because the one thing I like about MMOs and RPGs is the fact that you can make your character, sorry, your own.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like yourself or like
Or so, or maybe
whatever you
how you
want.
want to be.
Yeah. But
uh,
with the exception of really awkward faces and non-realistic appearances. I think they
yeah,
also said that previously. It's not possible to make, let's say, faces with one eye or really huge ears, elf ears, whatever. That
no,
would
I hope
ruin the world. Yeah,
I hope they have a hard cap on that
yeah,
because
they have.
you can, of course, you have to accommodate people with large noses like me,
And me,
or
yep,
and people with large ears, but we don't want we don't want gremlins. We don't want
spitting
people.
image dolls.
Yeah. Oh no, no, please
Yeah,
don't. And I don't think they are gonna do that. So that's I see it task for as of September 6th.
Mm-hmm.
The task is 28 of
57.
57. Yeah, so
It's a
it's
lot.
okay.
Didn't
That's a lot.
they mention it previously? I think it was Sean Tracy who said it, that you can actually um, create your character and save it for when you
Like a
get
seed.
another wipe, that you can use that same template again.
Yeah, I think they were talking about seeds, like a the World of War, not World of Warcraft, Minecraft.
Minecraft, yeah,
Minecraft also
worlds.
seed their worlds, and if you develop your character and you find something you like, you can just copy it and paste it in when you. Well, they were talking about it
Yeah, yeah,
indeed. Yeah. So I hope they keep their word because not right now is like, oh yeah, I don't mind because
exactly.
in a couple
I
of months I have to
go.
do it
I walk around in Star Citizen as a black colored person, and
Yeah, you never change your appearance, Volcano.
the people that know me, they know that I'm a little white guy with a belly, a beer belly,
Little?
a little in height, little in height, in weight and depth. I'm very huge, but
Well, you're bigger than me, so
taller,
who's little now?
taller.
Taller, taller. Yeah. Okay, the next one, locations. There's only one,
Yep.
and I think that's the most important feature for me in the patch, and that's caves,
Mm-hmm.
rocky,
Mm-hmm.
because I think they also were talking about ice caves and maybe some other types of cave, but the first iteration will be rocky caves,
Yep.
rocky 2 or 3, or I don't know. 14 of 22 tasks complete.
Yeah, that's nearly done.
And nearly done. Adding another level of exploration to the planets and moons, but it's very important. Work on this feature will include building modular pieces for caves, creating a necessary VFX and lighting,
Mm-hmm.
as well as building a system to procedurally generate layouts for placements. The design team will need to mark up the terrain for potential traversal spots, and that's something um, they talked about, the fact that you cannot just walk up to something and scale it because the animations.
Yeah, yeah.
And I that's not what I was hoping they just do the same thing as when you just walk over the planet surface, where you
Mm-hmm.
just use your feet and your feet will adapt to the terrain. But I understand that scaling and vaulting and stuff
This
will.
especially vaulting and the foot placement will be really hard to do because yeah, when you see a cave from the inside, it's spiky, it's rocky. Yeah, it's a cave and really hard to get the proper animation in there. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be a real challenge for the animation team to get this right. Otherwise, you will get this misplaced feet halfway through a rock. You know, you will see in every other game out there. So I really hope they find a good way to place this.
Yeah, and I know exactly what you mean. I don't know if you have played Ghost Recon Breaking Point.
Yeah, a little. Yep.
How did you find the movement of the characters? The I found it clunky.
It
Um,
was, yeah. Um, it didn't feel smooth. Um, Clunky is another way to put it.
yeah,
I have to admit, I haven't played it that long. It was it the beta or the alpha that we were playing back then?
this was the beta because they are releasing it in 4 weeks. So
Right.
the first
Okay.
one was alpha, and now the weekend was the beta.
Okay. Then I played the alpha. Maybe
Mhm.
some things changed in the beta. I don't know, but yeah, movement was not really feeling smooth overall.
No, no, indeed, and I hope, and that's exactly what you mean by spiky, awkward. But what I really do want, and maybe this sounds strange, but I really want to have uh, people just falling over or sliding or going flat on their face,
Um,
because that would be awesome. Because right now you have, like, if you trip over something or something happens, you
mhm.
will ragdoll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, and I've seen stuff
Yeah.
that people just walking around trying to jump on a bench and just fall flat on their face, and that's the most funny thing I have ever seen in a game because it's spontaneous and was like, "What the hell are you doing?" and he's lying flat
Exactly.
on his
Yeah.
face.
But again, in a cave where all the rocks are piling up and you fall off a rock, um, that's even harder to implement. I think to animate a fall with your ragdoll and
Mhm.
make it, or it has to look real without clipping through stuff. And I think that's going to be a real big challenge here in the caves. And um, I don't think we will see that as of yet when it gets released next
In the
month.
first iteration,
Yeah,
yeah, indeed.
but yeah, I hope they will work on it and do a magnificent job. Just like the fact that they in later on with patch, what was it, 3.0 or 3.1, that you could actually lift one leg up on a flight of stairs, for instance, and you just stand there as you would stand in real life, and that's only a flat surface, which is really uh, linear to yeah, oppositely a cave is. A cave is just the dimensions are always different and therefore really hard to implement, I think.
Of course.
Yeah.
And wasn't it Sean Tracy who said in on the I think it was CitizenCon in Frankfurt?
Hmm.
He said if you are on a remote planet or moon and you get into a firefight and you walk over a rock, he you still need to have the same fidelity as if you walk on the stairs because that's what Star Citizen is all about.
Yeah.
And when he said that, everybody was clapping, and they actually did it.
Hmm.
People
Hmm.
don't talk about it anymore, but if you walk on a rock or something, your foot will just act natural, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it's something we are so used to right now because we're playing Star Citizen for a very long time. Um, so we don't actually, well, I don't want to say we don't appreciate it anymore. We do, but we don't notice it anymore.
no.
How special and fluent the motion is at the moment.
We're a little bit spoiled,
We
I think.
are spoiled young brats. Well,
Yeah,
brats, not young, but
no, not young.
yeah.
Okay, well let's go with the next.
Yeah, because this was your favorite thing you were looking out to, caves. The next
And what was
next
your?
well, next thing will be my two favorite things, or
Tell
hopefully,
me about it.
well, um, I like to dogfight, and without the um, stutteriness and all the problems we have with dogfighting right now, also movement. I'm very looking forward to some advanced dogfight combat of the AI because, be honest, right now they're all stupid. You can kill them within, well, not seconds, but it's not really a challenge there. It's just very very basic. So I'm really curious what they put into the dogfight and AI combat version 2. It's gonna be
Okay. Well,
interesting.
let's see what they say on the roadmap.
Yeah.
Implementing the second iteration of average ship combat, average AI combat, including behavior and skill differentiation, perfection to create a more diverse combat experience. Basic improvements will also include smart selection of targets
Hmm.
for the AI, which provide a more realistic reaction to the player actions. Indeed, the stuff you're talking about, they are now more of, well, I'm flying here, I'm shooting you sometimes, well, maybe I'll hit you, maybe not,
Yep.
and that's it. More is there is not, and you're not the only one because there are a lot of people
Oh,
talking about dogfighting.
yeah. More than enough.
Um, yeah, and are also a lot of people who are not playing the game anymore because of dogfighting.
There's a
That we
large
know of.
group. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And I will not say that this will solve it because we still have the mechanical issue underneath that is still somewhat sucky. But I hope it gives us more of a challenge right now, and the real smoothness of the fight and the maneuverability of our own ships. I hope that will be tweaked along the further along the development.
Yeah, I hope so too. I'm not really of a dogfighter, but I'll leave that to you guys, and I will get some medic gameplay on, and maybe some support gameplay.
Like the
Of
corpses.
course, yeah, and I need meat for my burger, so
Oh right,
so if you lose an arm, recycle everything.
donate it.
Donate it to me, and I will make sure you eat well tonight. But
Mm,
okay, that's a whole different thing. But I understand, really understand that dogfighting is a big part of the game.
yeah,
Not the only part, but a big part because it's so closely related to everything you do in game. Because if you're mining, you will get attacked for your stuff. If you are doing missions, you will get attacked. If you want to do black box retrievals, you will get attacked. So it's so closely related to all the gameplay we do,
yeah,
and I really hope that's gonna be better than what it is now, and also PvP combat, of course.
yep. Yeah, it's the beauty of Star Citizen. All these different things you can do. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, there will be people that will not even go outside into space. I think maybe they
no,
will just live from day one when we go live on a planet, and that's
yeah, and
it.
they will do bartending in their own, tavern.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, I will not say that I will be constantly inside my tavern, but
No, no, no.
no, I will do my fair share of everything. I guess that's how I like to
Yeah,
play games. Do some mining, some dogfighting, exploration, perhaps.
that's
You
what
name it.
Star Citizen is all about.
Yep.
So the next item on the list is gameplay.
Yeah.
We spoke about a little bit FPS mining.
Hmm.
They're very close with that. 72 of 82 tasks completed. We got ourselves some mission sharing. We also talked about that. Tech that allowed mission sharing, but also reward sharing, and that's for me important because it's
Really
fun to do
important.
missions together.
Yeah.
But I want to get paid. Everybody wants to get paid. So also personal community commodity inventory. We saw a little bit of a sneak peek of that in the Evocati build of 3.6. That you can just have an inner fault system, and you can take off your helmet, turn on your flashlight, but also have some inventory space. So they are polishing that because that is already was already in game, but they took it out. Same as harvestables. Of course, if you have FPS mining, you also need harvestables, and they're also ready, almost ready with that one.
Hmm.
So that's also going well. And that's the one thing I also see on the roadmap is everything that's on 3.7 right now is almost finished.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was fairly different for 3.6.
Exactly.
It was not even half finished before it hit
Pushed back.
Evocati.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and pushed back, and the 890 jump pushed back, and everything pushed back because they were not ready. And all I see now is polishing for the 34, 35 test complete.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
it looks really nice. Ship rentals almost complete. It's gonna be a lot of fun because people are now able to rent ships if they want to fly something.
Yeah. I um I wonder um because of last Friday's chat with Chat. um,
Yeah,
um, they were
chat.
talking about some other way to get a little bit more persistence in the game,
Hmm.
so that you won't lose your ships, won't lose your money that you made by doing missions or whatever profession you do.
Hmm.
Um, hopefully, that will be fairly soon in game after 3.7. Otherwise, the buying of ships and ship rentals, although ship rentals will not cost a lot, I think. But yeah,
No,
it's a shame to have a wipe each and every other time, and that will hold you back from really playing as well. I think. Um, because you know that it will be wiped again. If you look at it now, we 362 just hit live PU last Friday, Friday night for us, but we got like a couple of weeks to go, and then 37 PTU will be released. And uh, for me, that means, okay, am I going to play live now a whole lot and earn money and try to see how far I can come? Or will I just wait on 3.7 because it's so very close?
It's a two-headed beast,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because first thing, I agree with you because I play MMOs and RPGs, mainly MMOs to progress. I want to do missions. I want to earn money. I want to get better gear. I want same as, for instance, Elite Dangerous or something.
Yeah.
But the other way around is if people are taking risks right now and they lose all their money, they're like, oh well, doesn't matter. Or if there's a crash when they are fully loaded with all the commodities they can find
Hmm.
to do a trading run, they're all like, oh well, next time I'll have my money back. But if they are going to make it persistent and something happens, or people steal your ship, or bugs mainly, people will get pissed because
Yeah.
if you, and maybe you can say, well, don't bet all your money. Yes, I know, but still, if I lose my money because of I'm getting robbed or shut down, I'm the only one to blame because I took a risk. But if I lose my money due to a bug or a crash, I'm gonna get pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
I'm gonna rage quit. So they have to find a way to, if that happens due to a crash, that you don't lose everything.
Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know how they have set it up right now. I would say, yeah, put another extra database in there and
Mhm.
synchronize that. Not asynchronous, but really synchronize it real time. But um, I don't know. Uh, Probably it's not that simple. Otherwise, they would already have done it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
that's a bit of the issue.
that's my only fear. My only fear, not that I get shut down or that there's are griefers, because they are going to be in the real game or when it release. So I understand that. There's not CIG's problem, but the bugs crashing. I was doing some missions with I had 4 boxes in my ship, and I
Mhm.
was doing missions, and I was trying to land, and I get a free K
Oh,
crash. I lost everything, and I
yeah.
was 42 million kilometers out and stuff. So normally I will say, okay, fuck it, close the game down, and I'll play something else because I cannot handle that right now.
Right. No, yeah, I understand. I understand. It hurts.
It hurts. Yeah,
Although
because
we're actually testing an alpha
I
build,
know,
but it's
I know.
still when you have fun with an alpha build, you will just see it as a game. And
Yep.
especially when the gameplay loops are getting in there, then yeah, you're just
Yeah.
having your fun and you don't want to lose your stuff by some
Yep.
foolish crashes or bugs or whatever. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
completely understand.
Okay. Next one. IFCS proximity assist, and that's
Yeah.
the new
Hover.
hover mode.
Yep.
Um, Now I have to say I'm not really bothered by the hover mode right now because I have it under control. It's not perfect, but I can land with it.
Yeah.
I can do stuff with it, but still, it's not perfect. I know. But people are talking about they scrapped hover mode and they know it's all bad and they went back. It's not true. They
Uh,
did not scrap hover mode.
People mentioned No Man's Sky-ish, like, hovering and that you can't crash. Well, I'm fairly sure you can crash, but
Yeah,
I
we
have to
know a
say
couple of persons who can.
the 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 footage that they showed with, David Coulson, um, yeah, didn't give me a good, overview of how it really feels now. So, this is one of the things you really have to witness yourself to say something about it, because it looked really smooth and slow, but yeah, it also looked that it was almost too easy, if you know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. I know exactly what you mean, but it also looked very easy when they showed off the hover mode we have
that
now.
is true.
So we don't know yet how it feels, and that's the main thing I want to say to people. Sure, you can have an opinion, of course. Who am I to say you cannot have an opinion? But please, please hold off um, scolding everybody and calling developer names because yeah they don't do it right because you haven't played it yet. You don't
Exactly.
know how it feels. Wait for and they are listening because
Oh yes.
the hover mode we have now isn't that great. They heard us and they changing it.
Yeah.
So please give them a chance before scolding the dev or saying that he looked uneasy or anything. He knows what we think, and he knows what we want.
They all
So
know
give
what's
it a chance.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and that was
actively, and
one.
especially David Colson is very active in several discords, and especially the discords where the big famous dogfighters hold up. So
Yeah,
he's got a lot of discussions with these guys and get some good advice. And yeah, also don't forget you can turn off this feature. So if you don't
yeah,
like it, turn it off
yeah, and crash
and
so we can
crash.
laugh. Yeah. No, but and we went to a studio tour,
Mhm.
and the one thing I found, or one thing I noticed, is every single developer there cares about what we think.
They're really
They
dedicated.
all
Yeah.
say, yeah, they all say it. You guys make it happen for us. You guys are the reason we are working on this game. We know that you guys want something and that's not good, but we cannot change it overnight. So
And they probably wanted themselves as well, because
yeah,
they're gonna play this game after they finish this all. And
I know that almost every developer I know is a backer.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
So yeah. Okay, next one is weapon attachments.
Yep,
I haven't played around with it much.
me
Have
neither.
you?
No, I've
Oh,
never attached a scope or whatever to one of my weapons.
I attached it once. It worked.
Okay,
I could look to it, so it worked. But let's see what it says on
Was it
the
accurate?
roadmap. No, it wasn't accurate.
Okay.
That's absolutely
So
that's
your
what I.
definition of it worked because I can look through it. That's it.
No, it worked. No, it worked because it stayed on. We
Okay,
all
it didn't fall off.
it didn't fall off. We all know that something. No, never mind. We all saw the flight seats landing and the missiles in the back of the
Yeah,
ships. So
yeah.
we know that stuff falls off. But this one stayed on. Not good, but still. Let's see what it says on the roadmap. Further development of player-controlled customization for personal weapons, which include adding different attachments to guns, such as suppressors. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, stealthy gameplay.
Compensators and under-barrel gadgets, like
A
I don't know,
flashlight,
or grenade launcher or
a
something.
grenade launcher. Yeah, yeah.
And we have to try it out, of course. So you better start running, Bob.
I will steal your ship again. Yeah.
This feature will allow for customization of the player FPS arsenal in real time. So it's a really important thing also, not right now because there's not really enough FPS gameplay, but I really like making nice screenshots of me holding a weapon
Yeah.
in not in ready stance, in at ease stance. It's
Mhm.
called, I think it's called carry, the option.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Know what you mean.
It looks so nice to just walk around and make screenshots, and I don't know, it has something.
You feel badass.
I feel badass. I'm a badass burger then. But it's yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. But I think it has more impact when we have some more FPS gameplay.
Yeah, definitely. Because right now I hardly shoot any rifle or any weapon at all. Handheld weapons, that is.
Hmm.
It's just
Indeed.
more flying than doing FPS related stuff. But yeah, maybe that will change with all the cool, neat things that they will bring out. Yeah.
Speaking of flying ships and vehicles,
Yeah.
let's see. Free entries, free in development, and this is one thing I'm very salty about. But it's more like I have to because I made a big deal out of it. The Cutlass Red is being pushed back to 3.8, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and that was my first ship. That's why I was salty about it, because everybody want their first ship in game.
Yeah.
But I understand why it's delayed. What do we get in 3.7? We get the Aegis Vanguard Harbinger. What's the name?
I think it's the Harbinger.
Harbinger.
Yeah.
That's the name. 11 of 14. We got the Sentinel. That's a ship I have.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because rumors are that there's gonna be a new MISC ship for the end of the year. So maybe I'll. I don't know. We'll see. But I took the Sentinel because I like electronic warfare games. So I also have the Star Runner, and I also have the my favorite, the Drake Herald,
Right. Yeah.
and of course the elusive
Banu.
Bennu Defender.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think it's gonna be released this patch?
No.
And why not?
Well. Okay. Latest thing they said about it, Banu Defender, that was in the monthly report, I think, was that the internal the kind of materials that they wanted to use with for the ship was finalized.
Mhm.
Um, can't really remember. They were working on something. What was it? Um, I don't have the monthly report in front of me right now, but there was something that I was like, okay, if you just started working on that, that's still gonna be take a while to finish that. And looking at the amount of tasks that they have completed right now, 25 out of 50, which is well 50%. I don't know. I will not say well this is gonna move 238 or later, but I still hope there's a slight chance that it will be in 3.7, but it wouldn't surprise me if it will not make it.
And you mean the 3.72 or 1 or 2 or
But,
3.8?
if
I
it's gonna
forgot.
release in 3.7, it will be in a 3.7X variant. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I agree with you because it's the first Bennu, so they have to get all the
yeah.
style guides for it, and I understand.
I think that
I really do.
Mr. Koons did an amazing job with last thing he showed off with the materials. It looks awesome. I think it's a really great looking ship, but also a very um, it's gonna be a good PvP ship, I think. Um, but yeah, we want it. We need it now.
Yeah, we need it. I know. I know. Okay, so Bennu will. We both think that it will not release with
I
3.7,
think it will be
maybe
delayed. Yeah.
3.7x. I think 3.8, but
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. Me too.
Next thing, weapon and items. Headed by Salvo Frag Pistol. We all know that. That's a really nice pistol.
Hmm.
It looks really bespoke.
Yeah.
That's I just wanted to say bespoke because I like the word, but it looks really nice.
It's a really nice weapon. I like the lines on the barrel, on top of the barrel. It's almost
Mhm.
alien like. Um,
I think it's more like a competition pistol.
the what do you call it? What's inside your hand? The grip,
Yeah, the grip,
the
the
grip
grip.
itself. That with the big space cutout, the circular space. That's really competitive pistol like. I agree. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we haven't seen it. How it fires, how it sounds like. What kind of do we know what kind of ammunition goes in?
It doesn't say.
Kind of
It's a
caliber it
frag
has?
pistol, so I
Yeah,
think it's ballistic
yeah.
because it says frag, but it's not really. I don't know.
It looks interesting.
I think it's a ballistic pistol if I look at the barrel,
Yeah,
and I'm going with the frag portion of the salvo frag pistol.
yeah.
So, and I really like ballistic pistols. If you see me running with a laser rifle, it's because I don't have anything else. I'm more of a ballistic guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me too.
really,
Me too.
I really like a sniper rifle
Yeah.
with real bullets. Call me old fashioned.
Hmm.
Okay, let's see the Kronek FL
33.
33 laser cannon.
Yeah.
Whew. Creation and implementation of this new ship weapon. It looks nice.
I wonder, have we seen this in one of the previous ISCs? It looks familiar, but
I think maybe, but what I'm not really about ship weapons.
me
If it
neither. Me neither.
if
But
it doesn't if it doesn't have a medic bay, eh, I don't know. No,
the
but I'm
burger is
not
not
really about.
interested. Yeah.
No, no, but I'm not really about. Well, this is the best. This is the best ship weapons for this ship, and I want that weapon for close range. No, as I said, I'm not really a dogfight military ship guy, but still, we need them,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
will I will have to get into it when we go live. So,
Absolutely. Yeah. When you're gonna do a little bit of PvP or whatever, there's always a meta that will
of course,
for every ship out there. And yeah, I just wonder how this will perform against all the other weapons we have right now.
sure,
The more
and
the
maybe
better.
we also get I think our weapon test bank was still um, the in your hangar.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't really know what's gonna happen. Let's keep the hangars for next episode
Yeah.
because I, I I really got a bone to pick with that one. Performance optimization. The next one
Yeah,
is
that's the standard
Cortec,
stuff, right?
standard stuff. Performance optimization.
Yep.
That's really just a blanket term for everything that's getting better on the game. And I was thinking about it um, yesterday when I was playing, when we had just like 2 FPS or 3 FPS or maybe 10, and everybody was screaming and yelling about the fact that it was, oh, look at that space game, it's got 2 FPS, it's unplayable. And now we are bitching and moaning about it when we have 70 FPS instead of 110.
Well,
It's
not me. Not me.
no, 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 but still,
Yeah.
if you think about it, without being a fanboy,
If,
I've been backer since 2014.
yeah.
I've I've seen it go from 1 FPS unplayable crashing to logging in and be assured that you can walk around smoothly.
Exactly. Yeah, we came a long way, definitely.
Yeah,
Um, and basically, the whole core tech day. You heard what Chat said last Friday. Every
I
theme out there.
I must say this is gonna be a meme. Chat. If streamers don't gonna use it like Chat says, and Chat says this, and I'm gonna be really disappointed. Disappointed, really.
Let's make it a thing. Yeah, let's make it a
Yeah,
meme.
we're gonna make it a thing. But sorry, you were talking.
Yeah,
Chat
no,
said,
but Chad mentioned that every team out there is basically optimizing their own piece of code um, for their streaming service, and that streaming service is part of the whole server side OCS related technique. They all have to optimize it themselves and test it how it works, and this is just a process that will is continuous. It will not stop during the development, so you will see this in every core tech entry of all the patches. It's just optimization, 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 and due to this we can still have this performance we are having right now because we know we or they hit a server limit. Um,
yeah,
if server side OCS is not performing or just not ready, we will not see a complete system or any other system out there because it's just not possible to get it in. Um,
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And we know that Brian said on British and Con that there's no use by putting stuff in, and stuff is not ships, but stuff in the like another planet
yeah,
and other stuff because it's full.
it's full. But also think about um, some people are, or a lot of people, including me, are complaining about everything looks lifeless or empty. There's
Hmm.
no fauna, there's no NPCs running around doing stuff on a planet's surface.
Indeed.
That also has to do with server side OCS because of that limit. They leave out all the extras, which doesn't add anything for your gameplay at this moment, but that will definitely be filled in as soon as they get the server-side OCS in.
Oh
Because
yeah, the
right
fauna.
then they can build a breeding, living world, which we all, well, hope to see sometime.
Of course, because we need burger meat and
Burger
we
meat,
need,
we need a goat farm for meat.
yeah, we need a goat farm for the milk.
Yes,
So
and cheese.
indeed, and cheese.
But no,
And then
then we will see cities like Cyberpunk, right?
yeah,
And that's a single
yeah.
player
Well, we
game.
got the NPCs in the landing zones, but
I
that's not
know, but it's
really the
still
thing.
pretty limited, I think.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
your everyday airport, huh? Schiphol or Manchester Airport, Heathrow,
Frankfurt. Yeah,
whatever, Frankfurt. All these people right there. It's you can count the heads. And
yep.
if you walk into ArcCorp right now, or you walk into Lorville, you will see a couple of guards, you will see a couple of real players, and a couple of NPCs staring at the walls. That's gonna be
Yeah.
so much more.
And the problem is there are players right now,
Hmm.
but if there are going to be bigger or maybe even jump points in the future, those players are not going to be around
Exactly.
because they're everywhere but over there because they are doing
And
stuff.
then you get empty spots.
And then you get empty spots and then you get empty stations and then it's no fun anymore because then it's lifeless.
Exactly. The new players that will join then and will first hit that one particular location, they will step into this, well, empty building, and they're like, okay, this is it. It's not gonna leave a good impression. So this will definitely be expanded on when we get the server side OCS in, and basically also the what's it called? Um, the other one we're waiting for. Uh,
Suicide OCS and persistent. No,
no,
the
the one that will give us more players per server. Well,
shards. No,
no,
yeah,
not the
I know.
shards. Well, those two are the biggest hurdles that they have to take right now. And
And
as
that,
soon as that's in, we are gonna see a huge boost in content.
yeah, because the content is already there.
Well,
Not all of it, but there is a lot of
there's a
content
lot of
already there.
content waiting for it to be put in, but
Yep.
also the extra content that will be created. Yeah, there's gonna be a shift then. Definitely, definitely.
Okay. Well, and now for the last, because we're running out of time, but for the last topic, and that was the pillar talk.
Yes.
And pillar talk, I was pretty disappointed in it. With me, I think a lot of people. What was your thoughts about it, Bok?
Just like everybody else, I didn't think it was a pillar talk. Um, it was more of an announcement that they changed their way they are developing at the moment. Um, which basically could be an episode of Inside Star Citizen during their 3 weeks off period after the 3.6 release.
Mm-hmm.
Or they should have put it into Pillar Talk as one subject and have more to talk about together with Chris and some other high placed people of
Well,
CIG.
Aaron is a high place, but
Yeah,
I know exactly,
but
what you mean.
exactly.
Yeah, the problem is with Pillar Talk is people saw the first one and they were talking about delays. They were talking about stuff they were working on. And it was like I think 30 minutes.
Yeah,
For,
at least it was a
at least.
good show.
But the problem is everybody that subs right now says everything is getting less and less. And I know that more does not equal better quality.
No.
Because you can talk about a lot about shit about everything, but still, I was really disappointed about the content. Not really about the
The announcement.
durations. Now, the
Oh,
announcement
okay.
I understand,
Yeah.
but the duration was 10 minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
we had a ICS that was under the 8 minutes, but it had nice content. People were like, okay, it's short, but it had meat on it. And I had a feeling that the pillar talk was like, oh guys, by the way, we're going to stack development, and that's it. And then they did a QA,
Yeah.
and I was like, why didn't you put that in the pillar talk, the
Yeah.
QA?
Yeah.
Because maybe wait a week and put it in, because that's
Uh,
exactly what we wanted to know.
yeah. True. I agree. I think it should be a little part of the complete show, and they just. I think Jared said last Friday that yeah, it was the moment that Aaron was in the office. Um,
Hmm.
so he took his chance, and he could film well what we saw last week, but it doesn't cut it for the subscribers. I think I'm expecting more of it. I fully agree with the announcement that they're gonna change things. That's all fine, but like the 10-minute talk or last Inside Star Citizen was 7 minutes point something.
Yeah.
What's going on there? What's Jared doing the rest of the week? There's a lot
No,
of content to be shown, and we only get like effective 6 minutes or maybe 5. It's not
there
doing it
there
for
are,
me.
there can be a couple things working. The first one is Jared is also now subscriber and something subscriber Hancho.
Yeah,
Uh, um, but also I think they are uh, holding stuff back for CitizenCon also.
true.
I don't say I'm not saying that's all of it, but I think they're holding stuff back for CitizenCon, and I think they learn from a couple of things. They learned from people who took everything they said for granted and as gospel,
Mm,
and were burned about it. I don't know, but I really want to see the subscriber program being upgraded. I know they are working on stuff.
well, they
I saw
already
the helmet.
changed it, and I don't know if that's the final thing they're gonna change with the whole subscription, because what they changed is I'm not impressed. I'm really
You,
not.
you mean the content?
Well, for my subscription, no, not the content, but also the hanger flare, or the you get, instead of one piece of armor, you get the whole set. I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, but content wise, no, it's definitely not enough. And
No, I know.
they could show off more from 3.7. Yeah, they could show more caves. They could show more. Um, show something about the AI, the new version 2 combat AI, and we could go on and on and on.
Yeah, I know. And the answer you will get is like, no, we don't want to. Uh, we don't want to bother the devs.
Yeah, I know. On the
I know.
same, they're interdicting themselves because it's open development.
Yeah,
And I keep saying
we
that
we
it's
pay,
not open
we're paying
development
for it.
anymore.
No, I know.
Because, yeah,
We're
I can
paying
rant on
extra
that
money.
forever, but it's
No,
yeah.
the point is really taken, and I really know. I even support you.
Thank
I
you.
am a fan of the new subscriber flares, because it's fun to have a stand with a Vendu armor piece. But I really like the wearable armor more,
Yeah,
because that's stuff you can wear right now in game, and that's stuff you can actually use instead of just putting it in a hangar nobody ever sees,
yeah.
or nobody's gonna see in short period of short time.
Mhm.
So mm, I understand that's not the only thing that needs to change on the subscriber program. It's a good step in the right direction, or small step in the right direction. What I really want to see is indeed more uh, stuff from the more stuff like Jeremiah Lee, J Lee making a new armor set, um, maybe modeling a new pet, something like that. I love those shows because you see how people are actually working,
True,
and
true. But
you
yeah,
can
but
you can actually
people are.
contribute.
Oh, sorry. Go go ahead.
No, yeah, yeah. No,
No, I
go ahead.
wanted to say that all the shows which show off graphical things are just very well watched. Like Jeremiah Lee creating a new armor set, whatever, or another artist who creates a crotch spider or a space whale.
That,
Doesn't
that
really
was
matter. Those are the shows who are really liked. But on the other hand, and then one of those persons is me, I also like the invisible stuff, like the systems which are performing underneath the game on that has to talk to each other. So the DevOps team, let them have a specific time in the show to lay out what they are doing all day. And because there's a whole lot of people who all like the graphics, of course I do like the graphics, but there's a whole lot more to be seen or shown off by other developers, which
net,
is not
network team.
interesting for everybody, but for other people it is.
Yeah, because I know exactly what you mean, but I'm not really a fan about the audio
No,
segments.
no.
But there are people are really into audio segments.
Well, it's
So
more
I understand.
like what they have achieved when they show off how they got this particular sound by just hammering a piece of metal. That's funny to watch. I like that.
Yeah,
But then they get technical with audio. Then I'm just not knowledgeable enough to get that inside my
appreciate it.
mind. To well,
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but it's
No, no, but you're not knowledgeable enough to say, "Oh, look at that! They did it that way, and
right,
that's really different."
right.
Because we don't know.
But I do like the finished result. If they showed off the in-flight wind noises around your canopy and the debris that can hit you, and I'm like, wow, that really sounds really cool. And at the same time, how they did it, yeah, that's just not my thing. But that they did it and that they got this result, yeah, that's pretty fun to watch and yeah, look at. But yeah, there's so much left behind which they could pick up in a Inside Star Citizen or whatever show they bring out.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I'm looking at the time, and we're already
Yeah,
over our allotted time. But thank you very much, Bok, for joining me, and we will do this next time. Okay, guys, this was it for tonight. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you guys will join us for the next episode. If you have got any suggestions or questions, please write them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the podcast, and don't forget to follow Bockbiertje on Twitch. The links are in the description. And I'll say good night, Bockbiertje.
thank you again for having me, Starburger. Guys, please don't forget to follow Starburger as well on Twitch. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.
Okay, bye bye.
Cheers.